Good morning, Jesse here. Welcome to C is for Cars. It is very early on a Friday morning before our Canadian Thanksgiving. I have it off, and I'm just going to be out here trying to get as much as I can done on the Z7 drag car project. The weekend's crazy, so I got to get out here and try and get some stuff done. I want to at least get the rest of the cage tacked up. We'll see. I'm going to try. We're just going to get after it. See what happens. I got to start probably off with some grinding around where those plates go, both in the trunk and on that tunnel, I guess, or that hump. Got to start there. Once that's done, I'll probably tack in some of those plates, and then I got to figure out, I got to cut a couple of them tubes. Got to make sure angles are right and everything. Once those are done, I'll tack them in. Then I got to do the front bars, and they're going to be the least fun because the plates come up into the firewall, and the firewall is kind of shaped like this. So I really got to figure out how I'm going to get them plates in, bent proper, but also in a spot where it might be flat enough that I can get that tube properly welded in place. So let's get after it. Okay, these are pretty well all ground down. I'm just going to throw a couple tacks here and there. Once it's a little stronger, I can kind of bend this to contour to the car. There's a couple spots that are lower. If there's a spot weld there. Just a couple tacks. I'll tack this, the other side. Them ladder ones in the car. Then I'm probably going to get looking at these rear braces. The angle that they come... Oh, yeah. So these come pre-cut at an angle, which is nice, except for the angle that I have is greater. So I'm going to have to take it to the chop saw and take a little bit more angle there, but we'll start by tacking this, go from there. Okay guys, remember, never take welding advice from a stranger, and especially, no matter what, ever take it from me. We're just going to get it down a little here. See? It's not going to go anywhere for now. Do the same thing on the other side. And then do the same thing on the inside. Okay. Tacked in, tacked in. Tacked in, and tacked in. Now, I just need to figure out the rear bars and those lat bars. Do some cutting, probably. Listen, some things are easier with friends. Like this. But you improvise. This rear brace just wants to fall no matter what I do. So I'm holding the main hoop sturdy with this C-clamp. And then from part one, we found these speakers in the back. And they're the biggest magnets I have. And they are holding that hoop in place. So now that this is sitting here, basically I need to take down that angle and cut off a bit of this bottom here. so that'll sit flush on that plate. Once it's doing that, I can probably go ahead and try and tack it on my lonesome. But we'll see. If I have to get the wife to help, I'll get the wife to help. Okay, so one thing that might be challenging by yourself is getting this to sit level. So I'm gonna have to figure something on this side to hold it. That is what I'm doing now. So I had to go and find a professionally built pipe stand. All right, I made it. You can't tell though, can you? No, it was me. I did it. I made it. It'll work, right? So due to the absolute sheer versatility of this very well built pipe stand, we can go ahead and make ourselves level here. Very easy to adjust. And then, wow, that was easy. All right. Wow, perfect. Then I figure I'll just kind of, yep. We'll adjust the saw around it, right? That's. Will certainly be lots off. Yeah, you certainly want to be precise. Yeah. That'll work, eh? Yeah, that'll work, I think. I'm gonna try and keep also the tip there, so if that never gets removed, we can always just increase the angle, but never decrease the amount of, the longest point will never get shorter if we just keep that the same. Yeah, you get it. Did that make sense? Sure it did. So we're gonna start with a little one. First thing you're going to want to do always when cutting, make sure your saw is plugged in. That way, electricity is supplied to the motor. That's not long enough. I need an extension cord. Here's one. You always want electricity to your motors. That's how they operate. Okay, here we... Wait. Here we go. It almost went all the way through. Why you not go? Should go, right? Just a smidge left on the end there. That's fine. I mean, yeah, that's precise for sure. I'm going to take it to the bench grinder just to make it even more precise, as it already is very precise, but just more precise. All right, we're going to try putting this in. If you guys want to watch over here, just let me know if it gets crazy times. Actually, I think getting this in with one person might be... Getting it out was fine, but... just them pesky trunk springs. It's fine. I can tell you right now that it's a different angle than it was. Boy. Okay, so hopefully I can push that magnet a bit. Luckily, I don't have things everywhere. Okay, here we go. Okay, now if someone could just go over there and push it. Oh. So we need the speaker a little bit closer. Under this pipe is scorching hot. Ow. Okay, that doesn't feel terrible. Oh, that is still very hot. Can I move it over a bitch? Can I move it over a bitch? Is that what I said? I meant bit. But son of a bit, that looks like it's actually pretty good. Let's check this angle. See if we're fairly flush. I mean, if we're, we got a little bit of gappage, that's whatever. How do I? Oh, not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Certainly not bad. Way more surface area on the plate than there was. This plate was also kind of in a spot that, they tell you to put it right over the subframe. Well, the subframe goes way to the outside of the car. The trunk floor, I think the bars would have fit perfect, but there's nothing in there. So it looks like I could have had the plate a little further up. I'll get you closer to see what I'm talking about here. This bar is kind of going to rest, the first third of the plate, right? From here to about here. Whoop. And I don't think and also way on this side of the plate, but I could have bent the plate over this, gone down into the trunk floor. But again, there's not a lot of structure here. You'll burn through that immediately. I kind of did over there, actually. And so I think if this plate welded on that subframe, it doesn't really matter where that is. Yeah, sure, you want it in the middle, probably, likely. But to have it a little forward, if you get into a crash and you're hitting this way, maybe it'll, a little bit more structural integrity, because anyways, it is what it is. I'm sure it'll be safe enough. For me, I'll be the one driving the car. Maybe Mason sometimes is definitely safe enough for him. So this bar here can lean back a bit. Oh, that's gonna fall for sure. I'm just gonna look everything over some more and debate whether or not I'm gonna tack this if I like it where everything is. So that's gonna be pretty tough on my lonesome. So I'm alone, I'm just this door bar goes from here, and it'll have to go down in here. That's one of the only rust spots in the car, by the way. But this little right here is kind of crudely where it'll be marked or where it'll sit. And I don't really want to take this brace off or out. So I got to get all this glue stuff out, which won't be fun. And then I'm thinking, can I just put that there? If I put it there, it'll just kind of be in this corner. I think I'll have an easier time contouring this plate. There's a big gap, so I'll have to be bent a bit around this wheel well. I guess I'll start by, well, first I gotta take that glue out. It's gross. So maybe I'll just start by taking all that out. The best way I've found is with a heat gun and a scraper. You can't really get a grinder in those corners and stuff, so maybe I'll start by getting all this schmutz out and then fitting that and just kind of seeing where it goes. So this is what I find the best for this stuff. Once it gets so hot, it just kind of turns to yuckiness. All right, so still making progress on cleaning this up. Again, this stuff is terrible. I've actually found heating it up until it's super hot and burning, so the fumes are in your face, and then using a rag so you burn your fingertips off seems to be working best. And also old scarves. If you have old scarves, they're actually the best just the way they're made for doing this. No. I just went and took that firewall screw out. I'm sure anyone who's done this knows the pain of taking this stuff off. Grinder or die grinder with a wheel probably works. It's just messy. And once it's hot, you want to get in there and burn your fingertips right off. Right off. Hot. Ha. Whew. But it does wipe away fairly decent. Make sure you're always turning your rag so that the hot molten glue sticks to your fingers also. So you're getting it. Still don't really know my best route here. As soon as this cage is done, I have those subframe connectors. And I think I'm going to get in here, start doing some interior stuff, start figuring out where I want switches, buying some engine parts. Well, most of this car's rust-free, other than this one hole that'll be right beside this integral piece of safety equipment I'm putting in. Change of plans again. But basically, I'm going to raise where I was going to put the bar. I'm going to put it a little bit higher. I massaged, persuaded, beat on that brace. And I did heat up that plate a bit. A little hot. But it's sitting mostly flat along there. The bar's going to sit about here. So if you look there, put this on. It'll be a lot higher, more central to the plate. Now what I think I'm going to do, I might need a little more massaging right there. But I think I might, well, I got to clean it up some more of that schmutz out. A little bit more persuading over here. And then I think I'm going to tack the bottom and maybe the side in, heat up the plate, and hammer this to kind of contour the car. I mean, there's guys that are probably really good that can look at it, put this in a vise or something, and just go make this shape. I'm not one of those guys, so I think I'm gonna clean up more, tack it in place, and I think that's the play. Luckily, after I'm done this side, that side might be worse. I got park and brake, that can come out anyways. Probably put some sort of other something eventually, but yeah, we're getting there. All right, it is Sunday morning now. It's earlier than it was Friday, tell you that. But gotta get out here and try and do some stuff. Like to at least get that plate on the passenger side tacked in. I bought some different little wheels, wire wheels for like drill and whatnot. You can get in there better. So hopefully I can do that. Might cut some lateral bars. I'll take the seat out probably because it's in the way, kind of annoying. So we'll start there. We'll take the seat out. Maybe we'll start. Maybe. I don't know. It's early. All right. So I got this little didgeridoo here. We're just gonna, we're gonna with it a little bit, and I don't know. That's the plan. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing it. That's what I'm doing. So it's actually crazy how fast the proper tools get the job done. But so that cleared all that out of the way. I think I'm gonna stick with my plan of tacking that in, trying to beat it down in there. This is how you do it professionally. All right, so basically, this is going to sit like that. Not terrible. I don't hate it. Got to do a bit more bending around. As you can see, there's a shadow up top because it's not quite touching, but it'll get there pretty quick. I think that's probably going to be fine, to be honest. I'm going to have to go a tad bit shorter on this bar. Maybe cut, like, I don't know, half an inch off. But other than that, I think that's going to work just fine. I'm probably going to go take that seat out because it's very hot over here. I'm going to take that seat out, get out of the way, maybe take a parking brake off. I'm not going to be getting that done today. And maybe cutting these lat bars. They're going to be kind of a pain if these are in first, so I should probably do them. Yeah, we'll just kind of pitch away what we can. We're not finishing this episode though. There's a part 3 for sure going to happen, and that's fine. All right, let's try and yank this seat out. This is a Kirky seat sitting on Henderson Motorsport mounts. They're for Foxbody, specifically designed for a Kirky seat into a Foxbody using the factory. Where did I put the battery? Oh, I brought the drill and left the battery. That was smart. What an idiot. I just found Henderson by Googling. I think I even just Googled mounts for Foxbody for a Kirky seat. And yeah, Henderson Speedshop came up. So if you're building any sort of Foxbody stuff, definitely look into Henderson Speedshop. Oh, yeah, this side looks probably funner than the other side for sure. So let's get you a closer look at these sweet seat mounts. They look something like that. I gotta get them powder coated once we're all said and done here. But yeah, I really like them. Just like that side, I'm gonna have to come in here, take out this foot parking brake. I'm not gonna use it anyways. Wiring harnesses, gotta be worried about. Actually, this side might be better. It looks like it's more flat here. All right, I'm gonna try and fit us both in here while I do this. I really wanna not screw up this cut. So we got angles, there's angles everywhere. So I think I'm gonna put a plate like that. And that is gonna give me a line. And that's it. And then, oh, this is tough by yourself. You just gotta flex them finger muscles. I don't know, is that gonna be right? That just kind of looks straight, doesn't it? Because you're gonna have an angle this way. But you're also gonna have a little bit this way-ish. Because it's gonna be, well, you know what, let's just get in here and see where our line is. Maybe what I'll do is I'll go the same angle as this line, but not take enough off, see where we're at. Maybe we'll make a couple cuts. Because, you can always take away, but you can't put it back. So we cut her. But perfect? We cut it perfect? I cut it perfect on the first time? It's actually perfect? Well, that was not intentional at all. See, I had planned to, yeah, no, that's exactly what we're looking for. So, yeah, all right, I'll do it on the other side. Here we go. I could probably clean up this sticker off here and shoot. Give her a couple, bzz, bzz. Yeah, pretty first, all right, cool. Can I do the same on the other side and just kind of like mirror that one? No, I better not. We'll go over there. So we got our first instance on why you tack stuff in first. That plate, and I should have seen it, is just a little bit in. I cut that one perfect again, by the way. So I'm just gonna have to zip them tacks off, move that plate out a bit. Once I do that, I might just kind of tack those in place. I'm probably gonna call her for today. We got a Thanksgiving dinner, so better get after it. All right, that is my progress so far this weekend, and probably for this ep. What I mean, lap bars are ready, that door bar is ready, the rear bars are ready, but I need help just holding them in place and whatnot. Last one will be this door bar on the driver's side. Once I get this door bar done, them on. Next episode should just be finishing the cage sturdy. Okay guys, that is gonna do it for part 2 of the Z7 roll cage, I guess. I'm getting it. It's slow. I am nowhere near a professional, especially welding and whatnot. But point is that I think is important to Mason and I is that we're doing it. We're not. All I'm really doing is time. Is all it's costing me, and I got lots. Who needs sleep? I don't need sleep. But up here it's Canadian Thanksgiving, so to all our Canada people, happy Thanksgiving to you. Leave in the comments, do you like so much into what we're doing, all the fiddling, or would you rather just see like, oh, you done a cage, that was great. I mean, whatever you like, tell me. Let us know what you're most excited for coming up next. As soon as this cage is in, like I said, subframe connectors, and then back into that Windsor, suspension, that 8.8 diff in the back I got to do, stuff in the engine bay here, K-member. So that's coming up, but otherwise for now, I mean, shoot, we'll see you next Tuesday. So see you later. I'm very tired.